What's up, party people? What's going on? Today we're looking at the dev chat from January 21st, 2022. Please keep in mind that Paralives is in the pre-alpha development stage. If you want to learn more about it, you could browse their website, social media accounts, and Patreon page. I have the links for all of that in the description. Let's get to the good. First, we're going to look at all things para-related. This is very important to me. Menstrual cycles need to be included. I am sick of not seeing representation for this in life simulation games. Periods happen to 49.6% of the world's population. Gender equality would be normalizing menstrual cycles and making it so it's not a taboo topic. Of course, we don't need to get into the nitty-gritty of this. We don't need to actually see period blood or anything like that, but having paras feel cramping or back pain would be nice. Having the choice between using pads, tampons, period undies, and menstrual cups would be brilliant. Maybe a para that's experiencing their period could focus on self-care activities. Please include periods in Paralives. It's the right thing to do. This is a good reminder that the clay-like sculpting that happens in casts in The Sims 4 is protected by a patent. I'm not upset about this at all because the Paralives system is out of this world. There are tons of little details you need to take into account when thinking or planning to design a memory system, personality, or emotion system. It is really cool to think about all those features and much more and how it will come together for live mode. Nothing is confirmed about this yet. However, deceased paras might still show up in your family tree, or at least the bare minimum information about them, like their name. Where do you click on the para to open up glasses, or pants, or shoes? This is still being worked on, but for example, you might click on the legs to open up the pants section. In that section, you'll have access to an unequip all pants button. Where would you like to see all of the equipped items in PAM? Would you like it if the equipped items moved up to the top of the list? What about the list opening to the item that you have on? What would you prefer? Personally, I would be okay with either. Yes, we love an unequip all items button around these parts of town. I wonder if we can get a button to copy all or certain equipped items so you can paste them into other clothing categories. It would certainly help the player with keeping the same makeup or piercings or accessories. It would make it a lot easier. On to gameplay stuff. I want to learn more about pets, I really do. I am such an animal lover. I can't wait until that day comes, finally. For now, it's nice to brainstorm how they might work. The idea of having different stats for each animal is a neat one. This idea would be very helpful for me. I jump between different Sims 4 saves depending on what I'm filming or if I'm actually playing. Sometimes it gets frustrating when I have to go back and change the settings all the time. Being able to have different game settings, save, for each save file would be very nice. I am obsessed with the idea of bylaws. It truly would let the players shape their parafolk's world. We talked about this very briefly in another recent dev chat, but I still like the idea of having this tied to the political career path. It makes sense and would add to the gameplay. In addition, I adore the idea of having animal shelters. There are tons of animals out there who need a home and a loving human, or in this case, a loving para. The focus will be on the most frequent weather effects. Thunderstorms, fog, drizzle, hail, storms, and wind are all being considered. Moreover, they're considering adding intense or rare effects down the road, if it's possible. The last question we got is an interesting one. If Maxis wanted a Paralives character to be featured in The Sims, which one would it be? Which Sims character would go on over to Paralives? I have to agree with Alex here with this one. I adore the Goth family. They've been my favorite pre-made family for a very long time now. In addition, Maggie is like the original para, so it would make sense for her to be picked. Maggie and Bella are often compared and drawn together in fan art, and I'm here for it. That's it. What do you think about today's dev chat? If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it, subscribe for future updates, and hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll talk to you later. Bye!